Hello, this is Jackie, and I would like to welcome you to my channel. You will find in this video several affirmations, and I believe affirmations are very powerful. They have a way of encouraging us, inspiring us, motivating us, just doing so many positive things in our lives. And again, as we speak these words and we take them in and we own them and believe that they are true for us, for me, for you, they can make such a huge difference in your life. So I pray that as you listen, that you'll feel free to say them, quote them along with me. And I pray that they will add so much value to your life. So enjoy the affirmations.
As we navigate life, sometimes we forget some very important details. So here are a few reminders. The Lord is my light. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Every day I am more powerful than yesterday. I am enough. I will walk in the confidence that only comes from God. Daily, I choose to embrace a life of peace. I will begin and end each day with a grateful heart. I know I am alive for a reason, so today I honor my purpose and inspire people around me to do the same. I am so grateful that as I move about my day, at any given moment, at any given time, I can go to a quiet place within myself and remind myself of these truths.
I am are two very powerful words. On this next video, you're going to see the value in what you say after I am. So I'd like to take a moment to encourage you. Create your own I am list. I would love to see it in the chat. Let me know some of the things that you're saying I am about you.
I am are two of the most powerful words, but what comes after them can be even more powerful. So here are a few reminders of who you are. I am enough, compassionate, growing daily, accepted, valuable, courageous, unstoppable, and so much more. So just imagine what you would draw unto yourself if you would speak these words of life to yourself each morning. I encourage you to be reminded daily of what you say after I am.
In life, we have many experiences, and sometimes it's good to be able to encourage ourselves. So, in this next video, you're going to hear some statements and some affirmations of saying who we are because of some difficult things that we may have overcome. And again, I encourage you, create your own list. Think of things that you have experienced. And now that you're on the other side, the difference that is made in your life. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that because the enemy will make us think that we haven't overcome anything, that we're not good enough, and all of those things. But I pray that this next video will remind you that who you are because of some of the things that you have experienced. And now that you're on the other side, it has caused you to be stronger, wiser than ever.
In life, we have many experiences but I am so grateful that our God has a way of causing all things to work together for our good. And I want to give you a few examples of how he does that. I am whole because I have been wounded. I am loved because I have experienced hate. I am no longer bound because I have been set free. I am enough because I know who I am. I am not afraid of failure. Failure is what will empower me for success. I am confident because my confidence comes from God. I am thankful for healing because I once was bound. I am grateful because of Jesus' love for me. And I am not a quitter because quitting is not an option. So that's why today I can live bold, I can command my worth, and I can own my peace.
Daily, I will remind myself that small wins performed over time equals big success. The more I praise and celebrate my life, the more there is in life to celebrate. I know I can achieve anything I want in life. I am full of vitality. My confidence, positive attitude, and self-belief are my biggest assets to take me a step closer to my success. I am growing, maturing, and changing for the better. Today, it is a great day to be alive. Every day, I'm going to be more mindful of all the small blessings that I should be thankful for. I am grateful for everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, because it has all made me into the amazing woman I am today. Everything has been working together, is working together, will work together for my good. My life is a blessing. So as I say yes to me, it empowers me to be, to do, to have all that God desires for me. The Bible reminds us that as a man thinks, so is he. So I just want to take a moment to remind you and encourage you and let you know who God says you are. He says that you are beautiful and that you are wonderful and that you are marvelously made. He says that you are the head and not the tail, that you are above and not beneath. He says that you are more than a conqueror, and in him you can do all things, and nothing is impossible. He says that you are his beloved. You are the apple of his eye. He said that he knew you before you were born, before you were even created in your mother's womb. And the plans that he has for you are good. They are to prosper you and give you great hope. So I want you to be encouraged as we say who we are, also be reminded of who God says you are. And I pray that you will begin to allow who he says you are to minister to you and encourage you and motivate you and transform your thinking. Because again, as a man thinks, so is he. Did you know your words have creative power? So today, let's create some good things. Daily, I will take time to commune with God. Every day is an opportunity for a fresh start. I accept that I can't control others, so I release them to make their own choices. I can lean on others when I need support. My worth isn't based on other people's standards and opinions. I notice what's going on well with me in my life and am so grateful for what I have and who I am. I can't control everything that happens to me, but I can control my responses. Daily, I will see myself as God does, beautiful, fearfully, and wonderfully made. I am sufficient in God. God is the one who makes me strong. I am blessed with every spiritual blessing. So today, I command peace and love and joy, wise decisions, happiness, fruitfulness to follow me throughout this day. Daily, it's good to be reminded of our wins. Sometimes we focus on what's missing, what's not right, what's not working, but every now and then, or at least daily, it's good to celebrate the great things that happen on that particular day, the situations that we responded differently than we would have in the past, how we accomplished many things throughout the day. So I like to encourage you each day, take a moment to celebrate your wins for the day. Today, I heard it's going to be a celebration. So why not celebrate you? Celebrate waking up today. Celebrate conquering battles no one knows about. Celebrate giving love when you have been shown hate. Celebrate your ability to smile when on the inside you have felt pain. Celebrate the times you did say yes to you. Celebrate when others said you would not make it, but you kept going, you kept believing, you kept trusting. Celebrate you are now more than a conqueror. So as you move throughout this day, take a moment to celebrate you and all the amazing things. Good morning, ladies. Rise and shine and meet the morning glory. I am here to remind you of who you are today. I want to remind you that you are beautiful, that you are kind, that you are magical, and that you are divine, that you are marvelous and wonderfully made, that you are the head and not the tail, that you are above and not beneath, that you are more than a conqueror, that whatever comes before you this day, you have everything you need inside of you to conquer, to be victorious. So I want you to go out this morning and be the awesome and the mighty and the powerful woman that you've already been created to be. Have an amazing day. During the course of our lives, sometimes we have dreams and desires that, for whatever reason, sometimes just life happening, we put them on hold, we put them on the back shelf, we say, I'm going to wait till a later time. And then we look up and we haven't even begun to move in the direction of the thing that we desire and the thing that we've been dreaming about. I want to take a moment just to encourage you. Pick up that dream, pick up that desire, and begin to move in the direction that will cause that baby inside of you to leap. Move in the direction that will cause that thing that you desire. It will bring you joy. It will bring you fulfillment. You will be amazed how different your life will be when you do the thing that you were created and you desire to do. So I want to encourage you not to just don't stop dreaming, but to begin to act on those dreams and desires.
The book of Nehemiah, it's one of my favorite books in the Bible. Nehemiah was someone who saw a need and he had the courage to want to do something about it. And as he began to do something about the need that he saw, there were some individuals who tried to stop him and tried to block him. And their names were Sanballat and Tobiah. And sometimes in our lives, we desire to fulfill a dream and a vision that has been given unto us. And sometimes our Sanballat and Tobiah are not just people. Sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's doubt, sometimes it's imposter syndrome, sometimes it's feeling like we're not good enough. So I'm here to remind you that vision and that dream that God has given you causes you to have purpose and value, and you are able to accomplish everything that He's put in your heart as long as we continue to seek Him, trust Him, rely on Him. He will give us everything that we need. He will bring the resources, He will bring the people, He will bring us everything that we need to accomplish the vision that He has given us. So be encouraged and don't stop dreaming. Ask you to pause for 1 second and just begin to reflect on the point of not despising small beginnings. There are so many lessons and things that we can learn when we begin new projects, when we begin new goals, when we have a vision that we're trying to accomplish. So I just want to remind you of some things. First of all, I want to remind you that in the beginning, it's important to recognize that it's an opportunity to establish a firm foundation. It's an opportunity for character development, which means that it's an opportunity for us to become the person that we need to be to do the thing that we desire to do. It's also an opportunity to dispel limiting beliefs. We can dispel the belief of, I missed many opportunities, it's too late, I'm too old, I don't have the skills that I need to accomplish what I desire. We want to get rid of all of those beliefs. The other thing is change in mindset. We don't want to have the mindset of, again, I'm not able to do this. You know, it is what it is. This is all that life has to offer. So I might as well just accept it and settle for that. But I want you to be able to change, to have a mindset of that. No, whatever I desire to accomplish, I am more than capable, more than able to do that thing. Also, it's an opportunity to establish community. Community is so important. It's an opportunity for us to connect with other individuals, like-minded individuals, individuals where we're encouraging one another. Iron is sharpening iron. We're able to, get our creative juices flowing. We're able to encourage one another. And also we want to even be open to critique, being able to receive suggestions and recommendations of how we can do things better, how we can improve on things, get feedback on what's working and what's not working. All of those things we can get in community. We can have fun, we can enjoy one another. That's why in our community, we want to be careful of who we give our ear to, who we allow to influence us. All of those things make a difference as we're navigating this new space. Also, it's an opportunity to develop skills. Typically, when we begin a project, there's some things we come into with we're able to do. We have certain skill sets already, certain gifts and talents already. But sometimes as we're navigating and moving through this process, we discover that we have some skills that we weren't even aware of. And then we also discover that there are some skills that we have to work on and improve upon. So accepting the fact that developing skills is also a good value to embracing small beginnings. And then I want you to be reminded, these things take time. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. It's an ongoing process. We don't get to the point where we say, I've arrived, I've learned everything I need to learn, I got it down pat, I don't need to learn anymore. In life, we want to always be growing. We want to always be developing. We want to always be moving into becoming the best self that we can for the season that we find ourselves in. So in this process, it's taught me the value in investing in myself. So many times I've invested in, my hair, my nails. Don't misunderstand me. Those things are great, but it's more valuable to invest on the inside as much, or if not even more, than we do on the outside. So when I talk about investing on the inside, I'm talking about, investing in my mindset, investing in things that's going to sharpen my mind, investing in things that's going to help me be confident, investing in things that's going to help me show up my best self, investing in things that's going to help me be or move and do things in a spirit of excellence. These things are valuable. No one can never take them away from you. And the other thing I think is good to remember is that it's good to embrace and enjoy the process. I mean, sometimes we run into all types of obstacles, things come up, but it definitely helps when we learn to not take things so seriously and definitely enjoy the process. Zig Ziglar, he has a saying that says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So you may be asking, where did I get this from? Or where do I start? I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. And when I was asked this question, what walks in the room when you enter? That's when my journey began. It's been about 2 years now, and I have been receiving mentorship and coaching. And this has helped me to be willing to do the work. It's empowered me to be able to be the person I need to become. It has truly and transformed my life. And again, one of the things that I know is that I must do the work. You heard that saying is what you put in is what you get out. So if you're willing to put in what it takes, the time, the energy, the mindset, all of those things to help you accomplish and become and be the person that you desire to be, and also to have the life that you desire to have. One of the other important things that is good to do is to celebrate. We want to be able to celebrate our wins, celebrate our successes. I don't care how big or how small it is. It's just good to celebrate, because as we're on this road of life, there's an opportunity for us to move closer to the life that we desire. We can move forward. We can pivot. We can start all over. But the main thing we don't want to do is we don't want to quit. We want to keep going. We want to learn from our successes, and we want to learn from the things that didn't work for us. So I love this movie. It's called Sister Act. And in this movie, one of the lines is one of my favorite lines in the movie. And it says, if you want to be somebody and you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. So I shared all this information about my journey with the hope that it would provoke you to see how you can move and you can be and you can have the life that you desire to have. Basically, what it does is take small steps done consistently that leads to change that one desires. So in order for that to happen, there's some things that we have to do. We have to take action. In life, so often we say yes to things that, if the truth be told, it's something we do not desire. Sometimes our yes is based on what others desire for us. Oftentimes our yes may be based on maintaining an image. It can be based out of fear of acceptance. But I have a question for you. Did you know when you don't say yes to you, it can cost you? Some of the things that it can cost you are your peace, time, finances, health. It can cost fulfillment, your freedom, having joy, fun, achievement. And this is just to name a few things. So I like to encourage you. and give you something to think about. It's time to live the life that you were created to live and for the purpose you were created for. It's time to say yes to you. Are you ready to say yes?
Well, we ended with being reminded that we must take action. And one of the ways that we can begin to take action is to begin to develop a plan and a strategy of how we're going to accomplish the goals and the desires that we have. And when I talk about developing a plan, we'll start out with your week. With even with a day, there's 24 hours in a day. How do you plan to spend your day? What things that you're going to set aside and discipline yourself to do daily that's going to move you one step closer to the dream and the desire that you have for yourself. And I have a plan, and I set aside time uh, to personal development. I set aside some time for physical, that when I have to work on a little bit more. But I set aside time to try to make sure that I'm fit, moving about, you know, working on improving exercises and things like that. Then I set aside time for spiritual. Spiritual is how I start my day, just being quiet before the Lord, taking the time to read his word, to talk to him, and also be quiet and allow him to talk to me. I want to set aside time for relationships. I have relationships that are extremely important to me. I have one, we communicate once a week, and it's a time where iron sharpens iron. I look forward to it. There are other relationships that I may not communicate with as much, but they're still valuable and meaningful in my life. So when it comes to relationships, um, you have to be willing to invest. That's what I've learned from the person that I speak to on a weekly basis. She said something to me that was really impactful. She doesn't start or develop a relationship when she knows that she really doesn't have the time to invest in it. And that is so true. We mean well in our hearts, and we may want to include all these people in our lives. But the reality is that we only have a certain amount of time. And then we need to allot time for other things. So we don't have time to just only focus on our relationships. And again, relationships fall in various categories. We have friends, we have acquaintances, we have family members, we have people that are in our inner circle that we really are close with. We have people that we are friendly with, when we like to hang and chill and have fun. And we have friends that when we need to run things off and run things by, and they help us process and make decisions. So again, just putting people in the right place, knowing who goes where, and that will save you a lot of disappointment. The other thing that I try to work on is my emotions. That is so important. Being aware of how I respond in certain situations, being aware of the things that can kind of trigger me to move a certain way or to think a certain way. So I try to make sure that I have a plan and a strategy of how I'm not going to stay in that place, how I'm not going to let that begin to overtake me. Again, emotions are also a good area, an important area. And another important area is self care. It is so critical to take time and do the things that you enjoy. Take time for yourself, take time to refresh, take time to have fun, spend time with your family, with your friends, whatever that self care looks like for you. Sometimes self care is me investing in things that are going to develop and sharpen my mind, or invested in something that's going to increase my ability to do the thing that I believe that I'm called to do. So self-care can be different things at different times, but it's definitely important to take time and take care of yourself. So I hope these tips help you begin the process and the journey. Again, if you desire to have some support, and I will mention that accountability is so important. Community is so important. Who we spend our time with, who we hang around, who we let have our ear, who is speaking into our life. Those things are extremely important, and they make a difference. And then it's also good to know that Sometimes we need help, and it doesn't hurt to ask for it. It's not a one man show. There's not too many things that, if anything, that we can do all by ourselves. So we all need somebody at various times in our lives. So it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for support. So I hope this encourages you, and I hope this um, ending of all these affirmations, because I know the Bible also tells us faith without works is dead. So I can quote the affirmations, I can believe them, but until I apply them to my life, put some application to the things that I'm saying, you may not see much fruit. But when they become a part of who you are and you truly believe the things that you're speaking over your life, that's when transformation begins to happen. So I'd be interested to hear, what are your thoughts about this video? Hopefully it added value to your life. I would love for you to take time and put in the chat some affirmations that you've created for yourself. Because that's, to be honest, that's how I began all of this. I was one who would put quotes all over my walls, and on 3x5 cards, post them on the mirror, in the bathroom, various places in my home. Sometimes I would have them on the dashboard in my car. So I do know, and I do believe affirmations truly make a difference in our lives. They help in the area of sleep, they help in the area of our mental thinking, they help in the area of motivating us, they help in the area of reminding us of who we are and reminding us of the goals that we set in place. They encourage us, they do so many positive things in our lives. So, again, I hope these affirmations have added value to your life, and I look forward to hearing the responses.